Hello everyone, Fed here, and welcome to, well, a little bit of a different video today on my channel. I'm going to be showing you 3 undetectable bases inside of a village. Now, I thought this would be a really cool idea because everyone's village is usually the same. You know, the houses might be laid out differently, but all the houses are the same design on any world you ever make, depending on either it's in, a sand biome or forest biome, but all the houses are normally the same size, same shape, and all that good stuff. So if you want to jump into one of your villages and build these right along with me, you absolutely can. I actually created 2 different seeds, so I can go ahead and show you guys these things. So the first one's actually right behind me. So all we have to do is just jump right inside of our well, bloop, and go all the way to the bottom. And as you see, I picked up some raw chicken because I killed the chicken because he got annoying. So now what we have to do is just throw our item right here at this block, and we will fall right inside our base, and then go ahead and just take the item out of it, and boop, it will close up right behind us. So here is my secret base inside of a well. You can make this thing bigger if you would like to. You can keep it smaller. It's completely up to you. Just here to pretty much see the redstone, how it all works, and then you can go ahead and build your own base inside of your own well. So then once we are ready to leave, all we have to do is just throw our item back inside this hopper, jump on out of it, then go off to the block to the left hand side, go back in our hopper, take the item out, and then go ahead and pretty much swim back up the well before you drown. So swim back up the well, get out of the water before you drown, and bloop, then we leave our base like nothing is there. Now I know this ladder is not supposed to be there, so if you want to, you can easily go ahead and just break the ladder and re-pick it up, and then just place it there when you're leaving and entering the well. Our second secret base is actually going to be inside of this church right here, because I'd say most villages do have a church. I like to call it a church. I don't know if it really is, but it kind of reminds me of a church. So if we go ahead and just enter it right here, close the door behind us, and then take out a boat. I actually showed how to do this on my 5 secret doors. If you haven't seen that video, I have a link to it in the description below, but I decided to use it on my church right here. So all I have to do is place my boat right here, get inside of it, and go right through the floor, and boom, there we are inside of our second secret base. And then of course we just have to break this boat to get it back. Now the cool thing about this one is no redstone needed. As you can see, no redstone whatsoever needed to do this, and no redstone to even get out of it. So now all we have to do to exit our secret base, once we are done doing what we have to do in here, just go inside this boat, get on out of the boat, and boom, there you guys have it. No redstone needed, just 2 boats. Now our third and final base is right across the street actually from our church, and that is this building right here. Now the reason why I chose this one is because it seems like there's always 1 or 2 of these exact buildings in every village. It's just that normal one that has like that little eating table area and then has a little chair in the corner. Now to enter this one, all we need is just a bow and arrow. Shoot right here at the bottom left hand corner, and this will open up our secret base. Go ahead and walk inside of it, and I guess a villager came also. Dude, please don't come in here. That's another thing when you are building this one, when you're building this one, you have to make sure that you put some sort of block there, or they will just keep coming in here. I probably killed a good handful of villagers. So when you want to close it up behind you, go ahead and just take the minecart out of this block right here, and then we can go ahead and enter our secret base. And of course everything is down here that we need, any of the essentials and whatnot. And then once we're ready to leave, because you're not really here to see the base, you're here to see how to build it and then build your own. And then once we're ready to leave, just come back up here, put an item inside of this hopper, it will reopen up, jump up, make sure you throw your minecart back on that rail, and then take the item out. That's another thing, do not take your item out of the hopper before you leave it. If you take it out while you are on this thing, you'll go back up, and then you'll have to break the block and place the minecart back into place. And can you stop coming in here? So I'm going to quickly go ahead and switch it over to my other world so we can start building these things. I'm going to be building them right along with you guys. Like I said, just go in any one of your villages. It really doesn't matter because there should be a well, a church, and one of these buildings in your village. If there's not a church, then, you can pretty much place that boat one anywhere. So let's go ahead and get started on these bases. All right, guys, so I'm in my side world. It's the same exact one, except there's more villagers because, like I said, I killed a lot of them. I killed a lot of them while building this one right here. But same exact world, I'm going to be building it right along with you. So the first one is going to be this one inside the well. So we're going to jump down inside of our well. Now I highly recommend having signs with you because you're going to need signs anyway. This is just so you don't drown down here. So we're going to go ahead and fill up this whole entire well with some signs first, like that, and then we're going to get rid of this water down here with any blocks will do, just to get rid of that water. And there we go. And let's also throw in some light so we can actually see what we're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and just quickly throw a sea lantern in right here. So first things first, we're going to pretty much just pick any block you want to. It doesn't really matter. I like to pick the one off to the right just because I like to have my redstone off to the left-hand side. So I'm going to go right off this block, and we're just going to break down 3. 1, 2, 3. And then on the cobblestone block that we broke out, we're going to dig back here 2 blocks. 1, 2. And then we're going to place a sticky piston right back here with a cobblestone block in front of it. So let's quickly grab one and place it right there in front of it. So that's where we're going to be falling down into our secret base. Next up, right to the left-hand corner of this hole, if you built it to on the left-hand side, then just go to the right. It's not a lot of redstone, guys. It's really easy to do. All we're going to do is just dig down 2 blocks, 1, 2, and then we're going to take out a hopper So go into your inventory and grab a hopper and place a hopper right off this block. Next up, we're going to place a block right above that hopper with a rail. Then place a minecart with a hopper on top of the rail, break it, and let it fall right down. Now what we have to do is just push in a cobblestone block right in front of that minecart. Now it depends on what color your well is. Mine's obviously cobblestone, so just pick a color of block that fits your well. You want to make sure no one knows anything is here. So we're just going to push this cobblestone block right here into this minecart with a hopper. So I'm just going to break out these 2 blocks real quick. I'm going to go ahead and place my sticky piston in right here. And then I'm going to push it in by sending power to that sticky piston. As you can see, it pushed the block into the minecart with a hopper. Break the sticky piston this, and then just fill in the area so it's like nothing is there. Next up, we're going to come back down here. And we're going to dig out till we can see our sticky piston back there. And then we're also going to dig out this area right over here as well, just because we want to see everything. We want to open this all up just so we could see everything, and it'll make our life a ton times easier. And I'm also going to go ahead and just take out a different color block because I just like to do that with my redstone. So let me go ahead and quickly grab a blue block. That's fine. So where our hopper is, we're going to place a block down and then place a comparator coming out of the block where our hopper is. Now you could put the comparator coming out right out of the hopper if you want to, but I don't like to see the comparator. Oh yeah, the rail's in there. So your rail might be in here, so it might turn it on. But I don't like to see the comparator. So what I like to do is just make sure that I have a block right here, and then just place the comparator coming out of the block. As you can see, it will still come on because it's taking the power from the hopper through the block into the comparator. So let me go quickly take out this rail. So now it's off. Next up, we're going to place a block in front of that comparator, a redstone torch off the side of it, and then a block on top of the redstone torch, and your sticky piston should activate unless you have an item still in here. So if you place an item in here, boop, it will open up. Take it out, boop, it will close. So let's make sure it's open right now. So that's everything, guys. You are completely done. So now what we have to do is just clean up this area, and then right over here is where your secret base is going. So this is completely up to you. You can do whatever you like here. I also like to throw some lighting here. And then also make sure you place in a sign right next to your hopper on any one of these blocks, but it doesn't matter. This is just to keep the water out of your base. Once we open this up, we don't want the water falling down into our base. So last but not least, all we have to do now is just break these signs. Boop, doop, break all of our signs. So now our water's fully coming through. So let's go down into our secret base. So boop, we are in our secret base. This is up to you. You get to do whatever you want down here. And then when we're ready to leave, we just climb the water. Next up, just go inside of our hopper right here, take the item out, it will close up behind us, and then go ahead and just leave it. And then of course, once you're ready to go back in, just throw your item right back at that block and it will open it up. And then last but not least, if you would like to, like I said, just place in a ladder right off the side of it. You can bring the ladder with you, so in case no one like suspects anything, but you can just be like, oh, I put that there, so you know what, also if you put lighting down here like me, make sure you break the lighting and put a cobblestone block back in. But if someone says anything, I'll just say, yo, I fell in there one time and I just put it there just in case. Or you could just, like I said, just break it and pick it up every time you go in and out of your secret base. All right, guys, second up on the list is going to be our undetectable base inside of our church. Like I said, you can put this thing anywhere you want to as long as you have the area to put it. What are you doing over here, cow? Get out of here. This one is super easy to do, though, because you don't need any redstone to do it. Now, to start things off inside of your church, if you are building it right along with me, it should always look the same inside of your church. What I like to do is dig out the floor 3 blocks down. So make sure if you do dig it out, though, that they cannot see outside, because you want to make sure that all the blocks are the exact same. You don't want anything to look off from just the undetectable base. So we're going to start off by digging out these blocks right here. And like I said, if you could see outside, then make sure you don't touch those blocks. But if you can't see outside, then go ahead and just dig them up. It really doesn't matter. So we're just going to dig out all these blocks right here, right here. Oh, there we go. Like I said, I'm going to dig down 3 underneath everything. Take out all of these blocks right here. Make sure you take out these ones too, because we're going to be replacing them with slabs. I like to slab everything underneath. This is just so we don't take any damage. You don't have to remove any of the staircases, though. Just replace in with slabs like that, upside down. And there we go. And like I said, just dig down 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. You can make it as big as you want later on, but just keep the area where you're falling down with the boat 3. You don't want to take damage. You do not want to take damage, so I highly recommend just keeping this area under here where you're going to be falling with the boat 3. And then just go ahead and slab up whatever you dug out with slabs. So let me go like that, like that, like that. So now what we're going to do is just take out our slabs and refill in everything we just dug out with slabs like this. I'm just doing this so we don't take any damage from the boat when we go through the floor. So boop, boop, and then one last slab right here. And that's pretty much it. That's how you get inside the base. So if we go boop and place our boat right here and get inside of it, we can go ahead and fall right into our secret base. And now to get out of our secret base, all we have to do is come over here to where our door is, place in 1 slab upside down, and then just place a boat right up here. So what I like to do is place a slab right here, climb the slab, and place my boat right there like that. And that's it. So now to get out, just go on the boat, and then go ahead and get out of the boat. And there you guys have it. That easy to do. So to get into it, boop, fall in. And like I said, you can do whatever you want down here. Just make sure you don't break any blocks that people could see. You want to make sure that it's completely undetectable. And then once you're ready to leave your base, just go to this boat, get in it, get out of it, and then walk on out of your secret base. And there's the second one, guys. Super easy. And then third up on the list is going to be inside of this house, the one that has that little countertop, or, you know, as long as it has one of these tables, you should be fine. And now, before we start on this one, like I said at the beginning when I was showing them off, place a block here so no villagers can get in here. I don't even think a baby villager can get in there. Because like I said, with this one, for some reason when I was doing this one, they just kept running in, and I ended up killing a lot of my villagers while doing this. And I'm sure none of you want to kill any of your villagers, especially if you're doing this on survival. So the first things first, what we're gonna do right here in this whole area, we're going to dig down 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So dig out this whole area down 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way down. So I quickly went ahead and sped up the video. As you see, I just dug down 4, like I said, in all the areas. I also grabbed some redstone out, and I kept the table. You have to keep the table. Just leave it there, because that's where most of our redstone is going to be going. So right underneath this side, the furthest away from our door, we're going to be placing a hopper right underneath this staircase. So go ahead and take out a hopper, come 1 block underneath it, place it in your hopper. Then right on top of it, we're going to place in a rail. And then right on top of the rail, we're going to place a minecart. And that's how the whole thing is working. When we shoot right here, it will break the minecart, dropping it into this hopper, and then it's going to activate a comparator. So next up, right next to this hopper, we're going to place in a slab upside down. And coming out of the hopper, we're going to place in a redstone comparator. So now when an item goes inside of it, comparator comes on, take it out, comparator goes off, just like our well. Then in front of the comparator, we're going to place a block. Then 1 block underneath it, we're going to place another block with some redstone on top of it. Place a redstone torch off the side of it. And then coming out of that redstone torch, we're going to go ahead and place in a repeater on 1 tick. Next up, we're going to need an obsidian block for this part. So go ahead and take out 1 obsidian block. This is because we are using slime blocks, and we don't want them to move any blocks. If you move a block, it's going to end up breaking stuff. So we're going to go ahead and place in an obsidian block right there in front of our repeater. Next up, we're going to go ahead and take out some sticky pistons and some slime blocks. So sticky pistons, we don't need our minecart or rail anymore. And we're also going to need some slime blocks as well. So right here off the right hand side of our obsidian block, we're going to break these 2 blocks and place 2 sticky pistons facing upwards. So 1, 2. Next up, we're going to come out from the backhand side of our obsidian block, placing down some redstone. It should come on due to our repeater. Then we're going to break down these 2 blocks. Now, before we move on to this part, what I want you to do is make sure you break out any blocks right here that might affect your slime blocks. Like, just make sure that you only break to a point that is not noticeable. As you can see, I can see my grass right there. That means the outside's right there. So if I break any further, bloop, I will be able to see outside, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to stop right there. Next up, take your slime blocks and place them right on top of your sticky pistons. And then place in your flooring blocks, which should be oak, or I guess if you are in a different place, then whatever your flooring blocks are, pick them, and then go ahead and place it right on top of your slime blocks. Next up, coming out of the block with the redstone, we're going to place a repeater on 3 ticks to light, and then just place a block in front of it, and then it should go right up. So now what we can go ahead and do is just fill in our floor right over here. Don't fill over there yet, because we are going to need some area to get down into our secret base. We're just going to fill up this area right here with our flooring, and then right underneath our table, we're going to be placing in a slab. It has to be a oak slab. So go into your slab section, take out an oak wood slab, and place that right underneath your staircase. So now we can go ahead and test it out. So as you can see, nothing's here now. We can't see anything. Is there a villager out here? I feel like I hear one. So we're going to quickly go ahead and just switch it over to survival. But first, go ahead and grab a bow. Where's a bow? There it is. And we're also going to need some arrows as well. So I quickly went ahead and just switched it to survival just to make sure everything is working. So if I shoot right here with my bow, boom, it should break my minecart, letting me down into my secret base. So everything is working. And then when I take it out, oh yeah, like I said, do not take your minecart out if you're still standing on this thing. If you're standing on it and you take the minecart out, you'll be pushed back up, and then you have to break the stair and put the minecart back in the place, and no one wants to do that. All right, guys, so I'm back on creative now. We know everything is working, so we're going to go ahead and now clean up the area. So let's place in some obsidian blocks over here so we can't see any of this redstone. So we're going to place some obsidian here, and we're also going to place 1 obsidian block like that. Next up, we're going to come down a block right here with obsidian, because we want to come down into a staircase motion going into our secret base. You can make it however you would like to. If you have the room to work with over here, you can make your secret base just go this way. I do not have the room here because the outside's right there, so I had to wrap it around and come down that way and all that good stuff. But make sure you follow along right here, because this is where we're going to be coming down a block like that to get into our secret base. Let's go ahead and hide this up too. You don't have to use obsidian here, but I'm just going to keep it all the same color. You know what? I'm gonna switch it to oak right here. It doesn't need to be obsidian. I'm just wasting obsidian blocks, especially if you're doing this on survival. You don't really want to waste your obsidian blocks. So I'm gonna come down here. I'm just gonna dig out this. See, I could see the outside right there. We don't want that to happen, so I can't go that way. That's why I pretty much went into a circle motion around this thing. So we're basically gonna have to go this way and then come down and then work my way down here and then go around this entire redstone right here. So if you have to do the same exact thing I'm doing where you have to wrap it around the redstone, make sure you do not break any of this redstone, or else you're gonna have to do. So what I like to do is just come out an extra block and then place in my walling blocks right here around it, so I don't accidentally touch any of my redstone. So this can be all my secret base. Let me come out one more right here. Oh, can I see outside? No. Oh, just a lighting effect. I thought I could see outside for a second. I was saying there's no way. I dug down 4 blocks. There's no way I could see outside. So now I'm just going to wrap my blocks around here like that, so I can't see any of my redstone. There we go. And if you remember from the beginning when I showed off at this secret base, it kind of wrapped around the entire thing and then went over to here. That's the reason why I did it, so I can't see any of my redstone. So I'm going to break all of this right here. Right here, we don't need to see any of this, and this is where my whole secret base is going. This is just for people that are going to end up being really close to the redstone. You don't I can see out there. That stinks that I can see out there right there. So let's go ahead and put that back right there, and we'll just bring this down in a staircase motion to right here. There we go. So we just come down, and then we got the place, like I said, obsidian blocks have to go here. We can't have the slime blocks getting attached to anything. Some obsidian blocks have to go right around here, and there we go. We should be done. I shouldn't be able to see much of the redstone anymore. It looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. So now when we want to close it up behind us, all we have to do, go in here, take our minecart out. Make sure you're not standing on it when you take the minecart out. And there we go. So now we come down here into our secret base. Like I said, this is completely up to you. All up to you. This is not up to me. You could make whatever you'd like here. And then when we're ready to leave, just jump up, throw any item inside this hopper. Really doesn't matter. So I'm going to throw an empty map in there. Make sure you do put your minecart back on top of that rail, though. And you know what? Let's place another block right here just so our minecart doesn't accidentally fall out of place. Take the item out of our hopper, and then we'll be picked up out of the floor like nothing is there. So we're back over to survival just to show you that everything's still working. So boop, hit there. Opens up. We can fall in here, take out our minecart when we're not standing on that. It will go back up. We can go and place our minecart right back into place right away by looking at our rail right here. And then if you want to, come down here, go into your secret base, do whatever you have to do inside your secret base. And then once you're ready to leave, I should have hid this right here. Once you're ready to leave, come back up, go ahead and place an item inside of your hopper, jump on out, take your item out of your hopper, and then we'll be launched right back up like nothing is there. And oops. Yeah. But there you guys have it. There's all 3 undetectable bases inside of a village. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe, stay tuned with my newest videos. All right, guys. Peace.